Hello everybody, it's Brent Culley and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to discuss a bank strategy that doesn't require much work, uses easy math, and by the time you're a few decades older, not only will this strategy let you retire quicker and easier, but it will also make you a millionaire. So this seems like a scam, but it absolutely isn't. It is what almost all of the richest people in the world do, and the best part is, anyone can do it. It is structuring a bank account like no other. Now, most people have two accounts, a checking account and a savings account. You deposit money into your checking, save what's left at the end of the month, and that's it. But there's a huge underlying issue. We're human. And seeing all of that money in our account makes us spend more. This is the reason why so many Americans are poor. Even though they have a nice house, a well-paying job, and a great family, they barely make enough money to survive. This is terrible and I don't want people to go through this. So that is why today we're going over this amazing strategy. A good question to start off with is, what bank am I going to use? This is simple to understand for me and I'm going to help you understand which one right now. The first thing you need to know is, what the percentage of interest do you get on a savings account? This is an important question for investors. Right now, most banks offer 0.09% yearly. Good, right? Wrong. What most people don't take into account is inflation. What is inflation? It is the change of price of what the dollar is worth every year. And every year, inflation rises around 2%. Imagine, you have $100. And at the end of the year, because your interest on savings, you make 0.09%, or a total of $100.09. You made money work for you, and this is fantastic. This is also what most people do. But then, inflation comes, and now the value of your money becomes $98.08, even though the bank still tells you that you have $100.09. It's sort of a hidden cost. Inflation not only took your interest, but made your total amount less than it was when you started. This is why you need a bank that offers better interest, so that it can absorb the inflation. There are a lot of options that offer interest payments of up to 5%, but do keep in mind that there might be a catch, so look out. Maybe you need a minimum deposit, or you have to pay some sort of fee. You personally don't need to do this, but the bank I'm about to open my accounts for is Ally Bank, which is an all online, which may be an issue if you want to withdraw cash, but it offers an interest of 2.20% on savings accounts, which competes with inflation and without stupid fees or minimum deposits. Do you remember what I said a minute ago? Open my accounts. This is really where the magic happens. The benefits of multiple accounts is the structure and the need to use your money instead of wasting it. Let's say you get $1,000 this month and you only had two accounts. You wouldn't think that you would have a use for the money and be more tempted to buy wasteful things. But if you had multiple savings accounts, which is what I'm going to do, label them with different names and put your money into all of the different accounts immediately, you will be less likely to buy things you don't need and instead invest that money. So let's make a chart as an example. All of the accounts I'm about to talk about is what I will personally invest into in the future. You can change what you want. I will explain all of these markets more in depth in videos to come, and it will help you even if you don't want to invest the same way. And the best part about this strategy, depending on your bank, is if you don't use that money, the value of your money will stay the same because the interest will combat inflation. So let's take that same $1,000 for 1 month and start by paying taxes. If you have a job, you may have already paid taxes, but the government is greedy and sometimes they take your money based off of your situation. So let's take a savings account for if you have to pay for something on your tax return, 10% a month or $100. Then expenses, like your house, car, food, etc. This changes based off a lot of people's situation, but let's say it's 15%. Next, maybe something bad comes up and you need to pay for it, like savings. So let's put 10% to that a month. Now, this is the fun part, investing. Be sure that you learn about investing from reputable sources, because even I don't know everything. And you may invest with a different strategy than I do, and that's great. This channel is supposed to get people to start understanding more about this stuff, because I love it and I think it's interesting. I'll also be sure to make videos on what books to read and channels to watch more in depth about these investments. The first investing savings account will be stocks at 10%, then real estate, 10%, foreign exchange, 10%, and 3 businesses I plan to start later, all at 10%. How about that last 5%? Again, we're all human and I still like to spend some money, so that is what I call shit money. Money to goof off with, do whatever you like with it. Something to keep in mind, if you get checks from any of these investments, make sure to diversify it the same way you do with your job. If you make money off of charging someone rent for $2,000, put a percentage of that money into multiple accounts again, and don't take money out of one account and put it into another because you need it, like taking money from stocks and transferring some of it to expenses. If you need to do that, you may have not done the strategy right. Try to make the percentages fit your situation. Mine is only an example. Keep budgeting your money and remember to be smart about the things you're buying. Like a car or a house, can you afford it? We will talk about the power of loans and how we use them successfully in the future. This strategy has helped many investors because of the structure it provides, and with a little bit of self-control, we can all use this to our advantage. Seeing these savings accounts is a reminder that investing goes a long way, and now we won't wastefully spend a lot of money. All of the investments I just discussed will be talked about in future videos, and not only that, but different strategies that investors and entrepreneurs make to help them succeed. Did you like this video? Please share it with a friend, subscribe, and if you'd like to ask a question more in depth, I'd be happy to answer it. Thank you all for watching, and goodbye.